And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Hey everybody, I'm Tom Vasel. Welcome to another video of short reviews. I do these videos occasionally because someone else in the Dice Tower has already reviewed these games, and so this is just me giving my thoughts on them because I like to do that. I've got to play some of these. These are my experiences. We're going to start from the lowest rated game and go higher so that things get better as this video goes by. Let's start with Don't Talk to Strangers. First of all, you shouldn't. But secondly, this is one of a trilogy of games that's based on a picture. That seems like a bad idea. It actually worked for the other two. This one is the least interesting. It's a kind of a play a card and move game. The theme is a little funny about kids not, running from aliens. But, it's just not a very good game. I give this one a 5. Then we have Wild Space. Now, Wild Space I like a little better than... I like it a little bit less than the other guys here, I guess I should say. This is kind of has a futuristic space theme, and you're placing workers out and then moving those workers to another thing. I just found it to be okay. I didn't hate it, but it was just okay. I felt very restricted over the course of the game. You can make cool combos and do this, which lets you do this, which lets you do this. But there wasn't enough of that, and it also felt a little random to me. Again, taste may change. Then we have Kabuki Sumo. I almost like this one. And Chris reviewed this one, likes it a lot more than me. This is a great production. Bugs, you're pushing these bugs on, trying to knock other people off. If you ever play one of those coin machines in the arcade at Chuck E. Cheese or whatever, it's just like one of those. And it was enjoyable, but I just didn't feel any desire to keep going back to it. So that's why I gave it a 6.5. I also gave a 6.5 to Kingdom Hearts Perilous Pursuits. Now this one would get a 7 if you played it with the rules we played it with. When we played it live, we actually played a rule wrong. That rule actually made the difference for me, and we had an amazing experience when we played it live here. But I also see that this is another cooperative game where, you roll dice and see what happens and work together. And I like the Kingdom Hearts theme. But again, it just falls shy with that. The rule that we got wrong was that when you take an action, you can't give it to someone else unless you also have filled that action and locked it in. And that just makes the game much more difficult, which, if you know me, makes me less interested. So that's a 6.5 for Kingdom Hearts Perilous Pursuits. All right, let's jump to my 7s. First of all, we have Let's Summon Demons. This is another one of those games based on a t-shirt, and I have to admit, I'm not particularly thrilled with the name/theme of this game. But it is a pretty decent game. It's Machikoro for people who want to summon demons. Now, the game's not demonic, really. It's more silly than anything else, and you're just getting cards, and eventually you'll sacrifice a bunch of things, like cats and dogs and various people. Maybe the theme isn't that great. To get some demons, but then the demons give you special abilities. It's pretty cool. It's like a very simplified Machikoro. Again, if it wasn't for the theme, I think it'd be higher. I also give a 7 to White Elephant. Now, in real life, I love white elephants if they're run correctly. They're very often not. And this is a white elephant where it's basically kind of an I split, you pick type mechanism, which I really like. And I think this one works really well. It would probably get a higher rating if the gifts were more interesting, like if they were more white elephant-ish. If you don't know what a white elephant is, it's called various things. Just Google it. But it's a ridiculous tradition we do here, either at Christmas time or post-Christmas time in America, where we give each other bad gifts we don't want. All right, let's move up to now. Let's dig for treasure. This is the third game in that trilogy based on pictures. This one is my favorite. It is a push your luck. I love the theme. Some kids digging in a graveyard for treasure. It's hilarious. It's really simple. I mean, we're talking on a complexity level, it's one of the lowest games you get. You flip over cards till you bust or you decide to stop, and then the cards are worth different points. That's it. But it's hilarious fun, and I enjoyed it. Then we jump to Rift Force. Now, I gotta be honest, Rift Force might move higher for me. This is a two-player game where there's different factions, fantasy factions, and honestly, I didn't play this at first because I hated this cover, but I actually do like the art in the game. You pick 4 factions, shuffle them together, make a deck. I'm always a big fan of that. And then you're playing at different locations and then attacking with them. So it feels like an Ameritrash version of Battle Line to some degree. There's luck in how the cards come out of the deck, but the way the powers interact, I thought was really good. I'm telling you, this one, I keep thinking about it. Maybe it is an 8.5, but right now I'm putting it at 8, which is still pretty solid. The one 8.5 I am going to give out, though, is for Bad Company. Bad Company, Z reviewed this one. This is a dice roll for resources kind of game. Now, my favorite in this genre is Space Base. Space Base is an amazing game. But I really like Bad Company, too. I love the theme. Ocean's 11, you're getting together a group of gangsters. I love how when you put cards into gangsters, their torso gets longer and longer. It's pretty simple. You're rolling dice. Everyone is, you split them into 2 pairs. Everyone gets 1 pair. The person who rolls them gets both pairs. You're collecting things, completing missions. There's definitely interaction in the game. And meanwhile, trying to stay in front of a speeding police car. It is a lot of fun, and I really recommend it. Bad Company. There you go. Those are 9 different games that I have various opinions on, from good to bad. And that's it. So until next time, I'm Tom Vasel, and you've been watching 9 short reviews on the Dice Tower.